I wanted to explore children as active contributors to their families' adaptation to American life, and to start to break apart this assumption that when children become more quote-unquote Americanized and that they speak better English than their parents do, and that they understand the culture more easily, and that they're usually more facile with new communication technologies, that was inevitably going to be a cause of family conflict. Because my hunch was that while conflict is always a possibility, that cooperation was too, and that children could play very important roles as brokers between their families and different parts of American life, be those institutions like healthcare, schools, social services, but also in terms of their connection to a wider range of media and communication technologies than they would otherwise be able to access, both new media, but also old media, being able to talk on the telephone to somebody who's English speaking, being able to connect with mass media that's produced in English, but also interactions and communication with neighbors and with other residents of the community who can be very important sources of information for newcomers in terms of where things are, where to go, and who to trust. The study itself has its roots in having read a great deal of immigration-related research and finding that children were left out. When children were considered, they were looked at as the test of whether or not their parents had managed to assimilate to American life, in that their parents' successes and failures were played out in what their kids would or wouldn't have access to. And yet I knew that every child of immigrants I've ever spoken to, and as a child of immigrants myself, that children are not inactive and they are not passive when it comes to the activities that their families undertake to try to understand and interact with and communicate in their new environments.